guys. Long time no see. That took me a second. My brain wanted to say that backwards. Anyways, I thought today what we'd do is just look at my recent pickups and, of course, what we got for Christmas. This is that fun time between Christmas and New Year's where you just have kind of free time and the house is a mess because the kids got stuff everywhere. We've got stuff everywhere. And you can just have some, inside downtime while it's cold outside. So, without further ado, let's look at the stuff I picked up kind of pre-Christmas, I guess. First one, I found this Batmobile at Target. They have these like larger size cars. I don't know, this is about 4 inches long, and it's the classic Michael Keaton Batmobile. I just love the look of this thing, and the cockpit even slides open. It slide open right now. So they had these other cars, just muscle cars, and looks like this one's been stickered over. Who knows what's going on there? But it's one of those pull back and go type of deals. But almost anything 89 Batman I will pick up. That's just Michael Keaton's just the best in the role. If you ask me, that first film is just classic. So saw that. It was the only Batmobile they had. I was shopping with my son, and it's like, well, that one's for Daddy. We'll put that in the cart. So, next, a smaller Hot Wheels. This is just a 68 Dodge Dart. They have some of these Dodge, like, extra pimped out looking cars recently. And I've gotten a few. I have one that's, it's basically the same look, but it's where they're red stripes instead of white, and a white body instead of a red body, so just a flip. I had a 68 Dodge Dart for a short time before my daughter was born. It was my daily driver. It was not the best daily driver because it was it was a older car, and older cars are basically money sinks nowadays. It's just so easy to mess them up. But I did have one for a while there. Sold it around the time she was born and got a Dodge Challenger, which I recently traded in for a Dodge Charger, because it has the 4 doors and it was easier with the kids. So clearly I'm apparently a Dodge man. Last 3 cars were all Dodges. But yeah, whenever I see a Dodge Dart, especially it being the same year, I pick that up. Comic book wise, we just have a couple things. I'm really, it's basically down to nothing at this point because I just have too much. But I did pick up JSA #1, the new series by Jeff Lemire. Haven't read it yet. I haven't finished. I just haven't had time, honestly, for reading, really, because I like it to be quiet. So I haven't read the finish up of Jeff Johns. And I didn't really just pick this up just to kind of see, what it was. I don't think I'm going to keep up with it, realistically speaking. But I figured I'd pick up the first issue. We also have Wolverine Revenge #3. I've found issue 1. I've found issue 3. I've never seen an issue 2 or an issue 4. And I think this series is done, right? It's just 4 issues. But it is hard to track down. I don't know if it's just my local shops or what, but they seem to have a lot of the, those couple issues, and then they just never is really just a bloody fun romp, so, I'm not too sad if I don't find the other ones. The series that I'm kind of finishing up, and that'll probably be it, will be Captain America by J. Michael Straczynski. I loved his work on Spider-Man before the One More Day hard reset. So when I heard that he was going to be on Captain America, I made sure to get all that. So this is issue 14 with Spidey, Thor, and Cap. So basically the major characters he's known for. And then I also got issue 15. This is a cool variant with a eagle in the background. I accidentally picked up two issues of two issues number 12s. Last time I went, I couldn't remember what issue I was on, and they had an issue 12 sitting there. I was like, I don't know if I have issue 12, so I went ahead and got that, and then found that I already had it. And worse off too, it was a variant with a Dazzler themed cover, so it's like Cap in this disco outfit with a little V-neck. It's an odd looking issue. So yeah, I'll put that in a giveaway bin here eventually. But that's it for the comics. I have to go get issue 16 of Cap. Probably today. I was gonna swing by the store to get some sleeves, so I'll pick up 16 of Cap, and that should be Straczynski's last issue. And that'll probably be honestly kind of the end of my comic book collecting for at least a while here. Simply because, as I said, I've run out of room. I've purged a lot of stuff. I've gotten rid of a few boxes just to friends or family of friends. I sent a box to one of my coworkers' dads who likes the stuff, so I sent him a box of DC stuff. Just trying to kind of jettison stuff that I don't really want to be keeping ongoing. So, looking to kind of finish this up and go from there. There we go. Another of the pre-Christmas. I got this magic box off of Amazon. It's really nice. It's a Bloomborough box. They had a few different styles. This one is Dragonhawk. They had basically all the elementals in that. If you're familiar with the Bloomborough set, they had a set of elemental creatures that were not so much red-walled like the other ones. They're like monster creatures, and Dragonhawk is one of them. See, and inside it's got the felt and the Bloomburrows. Just honestly a really beautiful box with the magnet closure. I put a whole bunch of these on my Amazon wish list just because I was really impressed by how nice it looked. I got my Captain America deck in here currently, so looking to play that pretty soon here. But, I just picked this one up. I think it went on sale, and so it was like, well, for $10, yeah, I need a box anyways. But yeah, really impressed with the quality on that one. And then I think this is the final pre-Christmas thing. I ordered this back in April. This is the CM Punk Survivor Series comeback figure, basically. So this is how CM Punk looked when he came back at Survivor Series last year. It's a pretty cool box. It says Hell Froze Over on the side. There's a picture of his return at Survivor Series 2023 in Chicago. And just your regular picture of CM Punk on the side here. So I ordered this back in April from Mattel Creations. is this coming? And then finally, for most people, I've heard that I guess some people they're getting delayed, but finally, like 3 or 4 days before Christmas, I got the shipping notice, and this showed up. So I'm gonna honestly probably keep it in box. I just recently got the CM Punk. Let's see, it was the series where he's in the Nexus shirt with the Macho Man trunks. I picked up at Walmart. Took that out of the packaging. I've got the CM Punk Supreme from AEW. I have that out of the packaging. I'm gonna keep this packed up, and then I also have the MJF and CM Punk blood and guts 2-pack still in the packaging. I'm keeping that on card because it looks cool. But I figured I'm a huge CM Punk fan, so I had to get this. So happy that it finally showed up. Honestly, for a while there was like I kept checking my emails, like when did I buy that? Okay, so let's see. We'll cut into the Christmas gifts. Gonna lower the camera a little bit there because I have the Bills game on in the background on mute. Looks like they've sacked Aaron Rodgers for a record-setting bazillionth time. Apparently, Aaron Rodgers now holds the NFL record for the amount of times he's been sacked. God, his time in New York has been hilariously bad to watch. But just to make sure we're not copyright flagged by the NFL or something, we'll zone that down a little bit. This is so I got 3 of these. My wife bought them, and she bought them online. This is Mikey's famous original Cowabunga Cleanse soap from Dr. Squatch, and it is basil leaves and tomato extract with 0 grit. Now it looks hilarious. It says it smells like pizza power, and dear God, does it just fucking stink. It smells like just the worst fake pizza smell. To the point that I'm worried about using it as soap. I in the probably early 90s, if you remember, like Nickelodeon Gak, it was that, the squishy, like drippy, gooey stuff that would come in a container, and it would, if you push down, it would make fart noises, and it was, kind of like jelly when you poured it out, and sometimes they had smells. My brother had a pizza scented Gak, and this is exactly what it smelled like. Just the worst fake pizza smell. And it's hilarious because, she got it online, and she bought me 3 bars of it, and, she didn't know what it smelled like, and she said when she opened it, she was like, oh man, this is why they don't sell this in stores. Nobody would buy this. So I did just earlier today. I opened one of them and put it to be used as like my hand soap. Normally with the Dr. Squatch, I'll use it to the point where it breaks in half, and then I'll use it as hand soap. I figured, okay, let's try it as hand soap. I don't want to smell entirely like fake pizza, but maybe just cleaning your hands, maybe it'll come off. So I did use it as hand soap. It lathers really well. And I was happy to find that after, washing the soap off my hands and drying, there was a little bit of a tomatoey basil smell, but it's not as punch you in the face as it is right now. So I'm hoping that's okay to use, quite honestly. Let's see, next, my wife got me a Marvel calendar. These are the little 16 poster and then just the month down here. I use one of these for my work calendar, just so I know what I'm doing any particular day. Because we do get a schedule about a month in advance, so I'll just put in what I'm doing. That way, in the morning, I can scan it or look at it if I'm working at home and see what my day is going to consist of. It's gonna, if it's gonna suck or not. Let's see, another thing here we got. This is Baseball by Ken Burns, sorry. This was a PBS documentary quite a few years ago, like I think just after 9/11 is when it came out, because it has kind of through, the games post 9/11 in that season, but I believe that's where it kind of ends. It says 1840 to 2009, but it goes a little bit past that. This is one of those things that I can just put on in the background and just watch, or just have going, I do like his documentaries. I forget who does the voiceovers on these. I don't see it saying it here. Let's see here. Blah, 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 blah. Narrated by John Chancellor, who I think is the same guy that narrates the Civil War documentary, if I'm correct. But this is one of those things I can just put on and have going while I'm like folding laundry or, sorting things. Just like something where it's interesting, but at the same time you don't really have to zone in and watch really closely, Let's see here. Next up we have Macho Man, The Unbelievable Life of Randy Savage. I heard about this not too long ago, I think on Jim Cornette's podcast. I am a listener. And so I picked this up. It looks pretty interesting. It looks honestly like it's pretty, I don't want to say light reading, but, the typeface isn't too crazy. So I'm looking forward to that. I still have the Ric Flair biography to read through. I already read the Andre the Giant one, but I have Ric Flair and Macho Man now, and Bret Hart's also, but Bret Hart's is like the freaking Bible. It's huge. So that one might take a little while. And then last but not least, and this was by far the heaviest thing that I got, is the DK Guide to Warhammer 40K. I've heard about this from a friend who actually plays 40K. I don't play. I have bought models in the past and painted them. But I could tell at the time that it was going to be a huge monetary and time commitment. And I think it was around the time I had my daughter, and I was playing HeroClix at the time. And at the time, HeroClix was enough money, honestly, off the top. So the idea of buying the miniatures, gluing them together, and then also painting them was daunting, to say the least. So, I did have a codex for a little while. I painted some miniatures, but I didn't nearly have enough to field a army. And I could also kind of just tell that, the HeroClix rules were kind of enough for me brain space-wise, so learning the entire 40K game was going to be probably a little much for me. But I have always loved the miniatures. I've loved the idea of painting them. I love, when people do a great job on painting them. They just look amazing. I have a couple friends that are really good painters, and that, the stuff looks great. It's just the fact that you're, by the time you have an army, you've invested so so much time and effort getting those armies ready. So what this book is it's a complete guide to the universe, and it uses the miniatures as the artwork. So it's not, they're not going to show you drawings or anything like that. It is miniatures. And they're just beautiful. I mean, these are the best painted freaking things. Here's some Chaos Space Marines, which is what I had bought. I had some Khorne Berserkers that I had painted. I had not painted them this well. I will admit to that. They were okay looking, I thought. But, when they have these layered looks where, everything is, either shining or it's got real dimension to it. Here's some artwork in between where it's actual artwork, but 99% of this book is miniatures, and it is, number one, it's humongous, and then number two, it's just awesome to look at. I will say, when I bought the codex, this is cool. This is miniatures throughout time, so it's like how they started and what they look like now between 95 and 2014. But when I started, I got a codex, and then I got one of these smaller rules books, and the smaller rule book had like an opening where it was talking about just the game in general, and painting miniatures, getting miniatures, putting them together, and it was just so lovely. That's the only way I know how to describe it. It was almost like, when you get that sense that somebody really loves something, and they're writing about it in such a way that it's almost like reading ASMR, just the words themselves, just how they're laid out is just so, beautiful, and you can tell they really are passionate about what they're writing about. And I remember I would read just the opening of that little pamphlet over and over again, because it was just so clear that whoever had written it was just so passionate about this game, and taking the time to put these miniatures together and paint them and collect them. He really, all of the feeling that he got from this hobby really came through in that couple paragraphs. So this thing weighs a ton. It is quite a few pages. My in-laws had got it. I think they just bought the most recent 5 things on my wish list, honestly, because it was just boom, 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 boom on my wish list. But they put this in a clothes box, like the ones you might put a fancy shirt in. And God, this thing was heavy. This thing's probably about 10 pounds, honestly. Which for a book, I mean, yeah, am I lifting 35? Yeah, but am I expecting a book to be 10 pounds? Not really. So, really interested to look through this. I have a couple of the DK Ultimate Guides, but nothing this, nothing this lively or impressive, But that was it for the Christmas haul. I did get a few Magic cards, mostly just packs. I got a couple packs of Commander's Masters, and I got a deck box, which now that I think about it, I needed. That's good. And I got a pre-release pack for Foundations and Duskmourn. I'm currently building that beastie from Duskmourn. He's green, and I think he costs 4. And if he's tapped in your second main phase, you can put a non-land permanent from your hand onto the battlefield. So I am currently building that so I can cheat out just god-awful things. And with some of my Christmas money from they basically just gave me a thing of Squatch soap and money. But I turned around and I ordered a box of Foundations Jumpstart from Amazon, and I was very excited about that. And when it showed up yesterday, yesterday. God, was that yesterday? Time flies. When it showed up and I opened the box, they accidentally gave me a booster box of Foundations Play Boosters instead of the Jumpstart. So I had paid about $110 for the Jumpstart booster box, and they gave me a $145 Foundations booster box, which I immediately tore through, and I got some amazing pulls out of there. I got two of the new Coma. I got the new Tetsuo Planeswalker, a couple Chandras. I got about 5 Heir Apparents, which are just the most uncommon common on Earth right now. Banner of Kinship, and a Chroma's Monument. Let's see what are some of the other spicy pulls. I had quite a few. I think I got 2 loots and a few other things. So I already kind of put some stuff in my decks. I already put a Chroma's Monument in my Angel deck. I got I forget something of Champions. It's an enchantment that gets all your creatures +1/+1. I put that in my enchantment deck. Just some great stuff. I was very pleased. If I had actually gotten the Jumpstart boosters, half of that would have been lands. So, the fact that I got a regular Foundations booster box instead was, good stuff. So, but anyways, guys, I will see you on the next video. Now that my schedule will be getting mostly back to normal soon. I've been, with the kids and the wife home, I didn't have time to sit and quietly film, even on my normal off days. But I should be getting back to a more regular schedule here. So I hope you guys had a good Christmas. I hope you guys got a good amount of stuff